Hello to everyone, welcome back to this new video about SQL injection. Today we will see another topic, a little bit more difficult than previous labs that we've seen. Okay, um, today we will see the blind SQL injection. Okay, little summary um, uh, that is important to understand how it works and what is blind SQL injection. Sometimes web service um, uh, make the HTTP response differently. Classic union attack vector is not effective. We can see here, for example, uh, sorry, the classic union attacks are not effective because blind SQL injection refer to a web app that not use an internal server error, um, uh, how we have seen in the previous labs. In this case, we can choose a classic way to perform a right SQL injection because we are not able to see any error, any errors, and in this case we can't understand if a SQL injection is possible to leak data from database or not. Um, but we have to keep in mind about um, different scenario and different conditional responses. For example, we can use this example. Okay, consider an application that uses tracking cookies to get analytics about usage. Okay, this cookie are included in the request. Okay, which, for example, cookie, the tracking ID, and a value. Okay, um, this request process this cookie. Okay, and this value um, will be processed by the application with a SQL query to determine something, for example, like select the tracking ID from tracked user, like table inside the database, where tracking ID is equal to this one. Okay, so in this case, um, we can see, for example, that the query is vulnerable to SQL injection, but the results are not returned to the user. So, as I mentioned earlier, we can see any errors, okay, because it's not returned, okay. To understand this, for example, we can use a scenario where the page use a welcome back message in the response to understand if all is going good with the query. Okay, so um, what this means? This means that if the welcome back a specific in a specific position is included in the response, we are able to understand that the query was performed as well, and if aren't, any strings like this, the query got an error. Okay. So for example, we can see this type of, okay, to understand how this exploit works, suppose that two requests are sent containing the following tracking ID, so values and n 1 equal 1. Okay, the first of these causes the query to return results because the injected and 1 equal 1 condition is true, and as a result the welcome back message is displayed. Okay, the second value causes the query to not return any results because 1 is different, is not equal to 2, so condition is false, and a welcome back is message is not displayed. Okay, this allows us to determine the answer to any single injected condition. Sorry. So suppose there is a table called users with the column username password and a user called administrator. You can determine the password for this user by sending a series of inputs to test the password one character at a time. Okay. To do this, start with the following inputs. So check these. Okay, the cookie value, bypass the query, and substring is SQL function. Okay, and we have a nested query. Okay, so we can select password. We can perform our query as select password from users table where username is equal to administrator. Okay, after we got this one, okay, we pass it as a first argument of substring function. Okay, and check the position. The second argument, we can check for SQL substring. The first, okay, we can check here just to explain. Okay, substring work with string, the start position and the length. Okay, so our query saying it to SQL to select password from user, refer to administrator user, and substring extract the first character. Okay, and consider only this one. Okay, not the second one, third one, only the first character, and ask if is greater than m. Okay, this let us to understand if the condition is true or not, can let us to determine the characters, because we can use a greater than, less than, or equal. Okay, so we can use, for example, equal and a list of characters and send multiple requests, and when we see the condition is true, we can understand that the first characters is what we sent. Okay, for example, okay, next we send the following input. Okay, in this case, the academy explaining that with the first we understand that the first char is greater than ham. Okay, we try the again with greater than t, and condition is false. So now we know that the first charter is greater than ham but less than t. We send the following input to check about s. Okay, yes, in this case we in the academy use a equal operator with s, and we got a welcome back message, so we can understand that the first character is s. Okay, we can perform this also with different length or response. Okay, keep in mind that substring on some types of database called yeah, called substring instead of string. Okay, we can start with this first lab about blind SQL injection. Okay. Okay, check description. This lab contains a blind SQL injection, uses tracking cookie for analytics, and perform a SQL query containing a value. The results of the SQL query are not returned, and no error message are displayed, but the application includes a welcome back message in the page if the query returns any rows. The database contains a different table called users with columns called username and password. You need to exploit the blind SQL injection to find out the password of the administrator user. Okay, so we can access the lab. Okay, we have the classic e-commerce. We can start Burpsuite. Okay, go to proxy, enable intercept, use bar, and send first request to add the host target. Okay, forward. Okay, we can disable, go to history, add to scope, go to target. Okay, we can see that there is a cookie tracking ID. Okay, and also a session. Okay, now check about. Okay, we can see that we have a welcome back string here. Okay, so as a first try to first render the response to check. Yes, we have our welcome back string. Okay, so send to repeater this request. Okay, send, it's the same, and we have the welcome back. Okay, now we can build our query, so we can use and one equal 1, and if or is if the query will be processed as well, we got again a welcome back string. And yes, we have a welcome back string here with a query in the SQL injection. Okay, if we set 2, so 1 is not equal to 2, we have the classic e-commerce page, no errors, but the recent, the welcome back string, only home link and my account. Okay, try again with 1, and we have welcome back. Okay, so we know that we have a table called users, username and password. Okay, we can do we can use this substring, okay, to understand okay, we can do the same can use the same input. Okay, replace space with this one to make it better, yeah. Okay, clean little bit. Okay, check again the description to use right. Okay, users, username and password, and administrator. So password from users, where username equal to administrator, and user greater than I don't know, C, for example. Okay, so check for the first charter, and no, it's false, so it's not greater than C. You can check if it's greater than B. No. Greater than A. No. Oh, my bad. Forgot a S in substring. Okay, yes. Greater than A. So check for greater than C. Yes. D. Yes. I don't know. Check with F. So yes. We can use intruder to do this. Let me to send to intruder. Okay. In this case, we want to use equal. Okay, and set the charter as a payload. using HUD. Okay. It's a sniper attack. Okay, single position. Okay. Give me a moment that I retrieve a list of all charters. Okay, so we can create the okay, we have our uh, charts.txt that contain all charters. Okay, we can use this one to we have our payload here. We can load our list from temp charts.txt. Okay. So how intruders work? In this case, we are using a sniper attack. So we set a single payload. We set a list of values, okay, and 26, okay, and the sniper attack will will repeat the same request with each one set as a payload, and we can check the response to understand the charters, okay. But in this case we are working only on the first item, okay. We already know that which repeater okay, we don't know which value is the first, okay. So we can do, for example, start attack, and okay, just to explain, because the attacks can be more advanced and a little bit too long, but I'll explain in another video. So intruder attack okay, already finished. So how to understand this? This is the number of requests, okay, and this is the payload used. This is a status code of got from server, the response received, and the length of response, okay. So we can see if we click for example in for each one we can click and we can see a request, a response, pretty we can render the response. We can see that all of these has the same length, okay. If we render, for example, with the payload A, we have only home and my account, so the condition is false. Keep in mind that we are looking for the right first character of the password, okay, with equal operator. So all requests with the same length let us to understand that we have the same response. So all of these does not contain welcome back message, okay. If we sort for length, we can see that we have just only one, for example, in this simple attack. All the other requests are 11, 48, 5 as length, but one with payload u is different and is greater than the other response. So if we click on this, we can see that this request with u value as the first character of the password return a welcome back message. So we know that the first character is u, sorry, and we can repeat this for we can okay, save here for now. We can repeat Discord. We can change the position here, okay, and check for the second charter, okay, and repeat the same attack, okay. For example, we can add another payload. We can change the attack type, set another payload in this one, and try to multiple values, but this is a little bit more advanced for now, and we will see in another lab. Okay, finished. Check for length. Okay, also for this we have a payload with t value and response render welcome back. Okay, no other one with the same welcome back message. Okay, so we can save this with payload 2. Okay, and we do the same. Now I don't know I don't know the length of the password. We can understand. We can use a different query to understand and determine the length of the password. But also for this, we will see in the next labs. So we can identify our response here with welcome back with payload k. Okay, utk. We also need to keep in mind that I'm using only lowercase characters and any numbers, okay. So probably when all of 26 payload does not return any response, any welcome back message, we should add numbers or uppercase characters, okay. For example, okay, yes, this is the case, I think, yeah. Okay, we can add manually for now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay, now we have different payload count. We can start as attack again and understand if the fourth character of the password is a number or not. If we don't get any response, any different length, we probably need to add uppercase letters. So wait to finish. Okay, we got one. Check response, render, welcome back. Yeah, payload used is free. So set free. Okay. Now check for 5. Oh, my bad. Number 5. Start attack again. I prefer to do this one. This simple and repeating the attack, just to explain how it's working intruder and the sniper attack. And because if I use a different attack type, like cluster bomb or others, and use multiple payloads position, um, then the number of requests can increase really fast, and this um, uh, probably let me to start the video and ways to finish, because it's not really fastly, sorry, really quickly to do. So I prefer to do these different type of requests. Okay, we have this I think oh, we can save here. Okay, now check for number 6, because it's only with 36 payload, it's quickly enough. But with a different attack type, um, we can have a payload counts like 700, 800, because combine payload, different payload and multiple payloads. So I prefer to do this instead for this lab. Okay. Okay, check for, okay, we got number 8 for position 6, number 8. Okay. Okay, I made a mistake about position 7. So set this to 7. Start the attack and check again. Okay, wait. We found a K. Okay, what's position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I have B instead of K. uh, okay, try to for this one. Because if I go to repeater, set to 7 and set B is the previous value that I had. No one, but if I set K, yeah, it's right, yeah. B, I don't know why. Probably I made a mistake or typo while doing whole intruder attacks, and passed the results. So the approach and the attack vector is the same. So let me increase the speed of video. I'll do again the intruder attack more quickly, okay, just to solve issues with typo. But we already see how intruder work and how use a sniper attack, but let me solve um, uh, this issue, okay. Okay, I just finished again the intruder attack with sniper for 20 letters, and I got a different password. I don't know what I made wrong. Probably I'll check again the video. I'll check again the video. But yes, few letters seems different than the previous password. So try as a first if we can log in with this password. I suppose that only 20 letters are okay, because the 21 position we got nothing interesting. So yes, let me try with this new password, and hope that I did not made did not make any other mistakes this time. Okay, your username is administrator. We got welcome back and congratulations, you solved the labs. Yes, for summarize, we have seen the blind SQL injection scenario for web application using a conditional response. in this case a string message. Okay, we have seen how to use intruder, new features that we did not use in the previous labs, and I'm really sorry for my bad and for my mistakes, but probably mm, I made a type or something wrong when I copied the password value. But yes, for today is enough. um, we we will see in the next video.